Hey, what's up YouTube? Brian Fagioli here, and I have the latest webcam from Logitech. It is called the StreamCam, which it says in the box is the ultimate experience for streamers. It is capable of 1080p at 60 frames per second. It uses USB-C only. It does not have a USB Type A adapter at all, so it's intended for newer computers with USB Type C, which there's a lot of computers with Type C now. It's it's becoming pretty common. Let's look at the box here. So we see Logitech Capture. It enables you to create and share high-quality video content with ease. On the back, again, we see full HD 1080p at 60 frames per second. That's the sweet spot for me, because working with 4K, the files get very large. I like 60 frames per second. 1080p doesn't get too large file sizes. It's perfect. It looks nice and fluid. It's just really good. So 1080p 60 is what I usually shoot my videos in for everything. Smart video, facial tracking driven by AI. And full HD vertical video. That's right, this will do vertical video as well, and I'll show you that cool aspect shortly. On the side here, we see that in the box it comes with the stand, as well as some paperwork and the camera itself. It works with Windows and Mac, although I will guess it will also work with Linux, but the software will not. So like the Logitech Capture software, I believe it's in beta for Mac right now. It works on Windows, of course, but the Logitech Capture is not available for Linux. On the bottom here, let's see. System requirements: Windows 10 or later, Mac OS 10.14 or later, a 4th gen Intel Core i5 or better, a USB 3.1 Type-C port. It says if you can use a USB 2.0 port, but then you're limited at 1080p at 30 frames per second. USB 3.1 meaning Gen 1. So it's not, you don't need USB 3.1 Gen 2 in order to get the 60 frames per second. Just standard USB 3.1 Gen 1, which is the same speed as USB 3.0. You get a 1-year warranty, and that looks like pretty much it. So let's go ahead and open the box. So there's some tape there at the top, and I have my little trusty knife here. So we're just going to go ahead and, if I can, I'm so bad at cutting. Okay. There we go. Whoa, and the first thing we see in the box is the camera itself. Wow. And okay, and we can see first thing I'm noticing is that the cable is hardwired in. So it's not like it's a USB Type-C to Type-C cable. It's hardwired in. And let's put away the knife before I hurt myself here. We have the camera, and the cable is in this box. Really nice thick cable. We'll put the camera to the side just for a moment. We have, what else? We have this little piece of plastic, which houses, now, if you look here, at the bottom of this is a, for like connecting to your monitor. This is meant for a tripod, and then the camera can snap into a tripod. So there's no tripod in the box, just a tripod adapter. So I'm going to put the box to the side. I'm going to put that to the side. Let's just look at the paperwork that it comes with, and then we'll look at the camera in a moment. So we see StreamCam by Logitech. So it says plug into a USB port. Shows you how to connect it to your monitor or to your laptop. And I know what you're thinking. Well, my laptop, doesn't it already have a webcam at the top? It might, but it's not as good as this. It's not this beautiful, 1080p 60. It's probably not so great. Even on Apple's super expensive MacBooks, like the MacBook Pros, the camera's not as good as this. So this is still an upgrade over the camera on your laptop, definitely there. Then we can see here that you can use it with a tripod with the tripod adapter. And also you can turn the camera to do vertical video. I'm going to show that in a moment. Okay, we have a serial number for XSplit 3-month license. I'll put that to the side. There's a registration number I don't want to show on the camera. Important safety, compliance, and warranty information. Who cares about that? All right. Let's look at the hardware. So, here is the camera. Now, this is the white model. There's also a black, I believe it's called graphite model, like a black-gray model. There is a piece of plastic. I'm going to peel that off right here. Okay. And there we see the camera lens. When the Logi logo is on the right like that, it means it's in the standard, horizontal video, wide video, as you're going to want for 99% of the time. But if you are to pull it off of this like so, and then put it in back onto the thing, bam, you can now shoot in vertical video. And there's software that this comes with that I believe on Windows and Mac, it'll auto turn, it'll know that you've turned the camera, so it'll shoot properly. It's not gonna like shoot sideways. It's gonna auto adjust your video to know that you're shooting vertical video. So this just pops out here to connect to your monitor. So let's just say this was your monitor, it would snap there, and then you can adjust it. This also adjusts here, and you can make sure that you get the best angle. Like I said earlier, let's see, this just kind of pulls off to the side. We also have this here that this would snap on. Again, let's say you want to do horizontal, vertical, whatever. This snaps on. If I can get that on. Let's see. There we go. So this snaps on, and now you can hook this up to a tripod. Really beautiful camera. So let's look at the cable. So the cable is USB Type-C only. If you had the graphite camera, this cable obviously would be like black. It's a graphite black camera. It's hardwired into the camera. This does not seem to pull off. I'm not going to pull it too hard, but so there's a downside to that, of course. I mean, it's nice that it's a big, thick cable connected, but let's say your cat was to chew this wire. The camera now is essentially useless, right? Like if you snip this wire. I like when it's like a USB Type-C port in the back and you can just use a USB-C cable. But this is a really nice cable. It looks very, very long. Does it say how long it is? I don't have like anything to measure it, but it's very, very long, and it has this nice Velcro strap, so you can release more length if you need it, but also keep it nice and organized. So let's put this back on. This is how I would have it on my computer. And you could also prop it like that underneath your computer monitor too, if you wanted to shoot it from the bottom. Usually you look better shooting from the top, but there you go. So you have Type-C cable, and that's it, folks. I mean, that's the camera. And it's just a really beautiful camera. The other thing I'm just thinking about now is, I mentioned that the USB cable is hardwired to the camera. It's not the end of the world. I would prefer it was Type-C to Type-C. The other thing I'm noticing is that there's no privacy shutter here. So there is a light that will come on the side when video is on for like a video recording. But some people feel more comfortable when they can have a hardwired privacy shutter that can cover, the lens. Now, it sounds a little old school, but I mean, you could probably just put like a red Solo cup over the top of it if you really wanted to. Put a sock over it or something if you wanted just to block the video. Again, it's if you trust that light is going to be telling you when it's recording or not, it's not a huge deal. Some people, they just don't feel comfortable, being in their home without a privacy shutter. You could always, of course, since this is not like, this is not like the webcam in a laptop, you can just unplug this cable too if you weren't sure, right? So that's not the end of the world either. So I think a lot of folks are going to use this with a laptop, of course also a desktop, because this is designed for creators too. So creators are going to be on the go with laptops, right? This will also be used with desktops for gamers that are streaming like on Twitch, right? So there's a lot of different options here. The horizontal and vertical video options is really, really unique. It's just a beautiful camera. It's large, but it just looks really beautiful. And I'm glad I got this white version because I actually have a white monitor. I think it's going to look really, really good connected to it. And I actually have a USB Type-C port, even though I have a desktop. It's a couple years old, my desktop, but the motherboard has a Type-C port on it, so I'm good to go. So folks, I'm going to go plug this in to my computer and play around with it, but that's the unboxing. If you have any questions about this camera, you can leave them in the comments below. Again, this is the Logitech StreamCam. Does 1080p, 60 frames per second, horizontal and vertical video, has USB Type-C only, so if your computer doesn't have USB Type-C, you're kind of out of luck here. Comes in white and graphite. This is the white model. Just a beautiful camera from Logitech, who is the best maker of webcams. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they're the best known for webcams. There's other companies that make webcams as well, but Logitech is the tops. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching my video. Again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and have a great day.